The whole point of this video is to get you to see a brilliant chess combination that Garry Kasparov unleashed. What setup are you going to learn from a world champion? First up, you're going to see the double bishop fianchetto setup. Then you're going to see Kasparov play attacking move after attacking move to deliver a wonderful finish. Then we're going to have puzzles. You're going to back it up. Can you see queen sacrifices at the end? Kasparov is playing Molly Nesham. Look at the rating difference. 28-12 versus 12-66. It's almost 1,600, 1,600 rating gap. You guys might be thinking, why is he showing us this game? Because the finish is absolutely brilliant. We have the E6 Sicilian and now B3. Black can actually copy white. White gets the bishop on this diagonal, black does the same, and you actually attack the central pawn. This is a very popular way to play with black. However, Nesham just chose to play knight c6, normal move, and knight f6, attacking the pawn. Garry pushes, attack the knight. Where's the bishop going? Nowhere. It's going to g3. This is the first setup I want to talk about, which is called the double fianchetto setup, where you put the bishops on b2 and g2. Castle for both sides, and b5. Molly gets space on the left, but Garry attacks this pawn now. Why are you putting the knight on the edge to attack the pawn? Because you now strike in the center, and then Nesham took, and then Garry got the knight in the center. Look at the black knight in the middle. No pawn can attack this knight, so it's a strong knight. It's an outpost. But Garry's pieces, they just now flow. One attacking move after attacking move. Open the center, take, and then this bishop is going to come in the game pretty soon. Rook c1 first. Attacking bishop and queen. Bishop, just putting it in the same line. It's a good habit anyway. Move the bishop back and knight d4. So many ideas. Criss cross. Two knights in the center, very strong. Garry's moves, they just flow. It's a brilliant setup for him. a5 doesn't actually do anything, and now a brilliant move to come in. We're not actually going to take. We're going to use the fact that black is defending that pawn, defending this knight with a pawn, knight f5. Brilliant move. If you take, we're going to take with the bishop. Molly now defended the bishop. Gigantic decision here. Do you remember? This is actually what I mentioned in the intro. Garry using the double fianchetto setup, and so can you in your own games. A gigantic decision here to give up this bishop. You take the knight. Now, I would never ever do this unless I've got a brilliant reason, because this bishop is so strong. Now, why did Garry take? Because he can threaten mate. Now, doesn't matter. The knight is under attack. We're not going to take. We're going to go here. Mate in one. You can stop it, but then the knight can come in. The knight can come in. The bishop is open for business. No. Actually, Molly played a worse move with bishop f8, and now we use the pin. This is just so dangerous, and an absolutely brilliant finish coming up. Check. King has to move. Check. Black is in big trouble. Check. Now you come in with the other knight. Couple knights are now taking over. This bishop is going to deliver the final blow. Just watch. Knight d6 is an absolutely brilliant move. If you take, then take. This queen is under attack. This bishop is now going to deliver mate. There's no good way to stop it. So if you save your queen, you lose. The funny thing is that is mate as well, because the knight covers that square. Going back a few moves, knight d6 and now queen f4. Really cool move. You can go knight f7 here. That actually just picks up a lot, because black has to take. But Garry went here because he wanted to finish in style. Sacrificing his knight. Molly took the knight, opening up the king with check. I mean, this has really been the star piece. The hidden star. Check. If you block, then we're going to take. And if you do this, we're going to win the queen. It's just a discovery. Move the knight out the way, and then you're going to take the queen next. Going back two moves, if you take with the king, you can still check. Then you're going to pick up the queen. A discovered attack from the knight. That's how tricky knights are. But in the real game, here, king. And now this is the reason I wanted to show you this brilliant game. White to move, just finish off black, showing the difference in class. 1,600 points. Can you see the wonderful finish? 5 seconds. Queen f7, queen sack. That's the point of this video. Coming up are going to be 3 puzzles. Can you see the finishes coming soon? Check. And it's actually checkmate with a pawn being defended by the knight. Black to move. Now, black can actually take the rook. And then I think black is just totally winning anyway. But queen sack. Can you see a wonderful finish? You guys have 5 seconds. Lure the rook out. All squares covered. Check on the back. And then mate. Puzzles are now getting slowly harder. White to move. Queen sack. 5 seconds. Check. Now white is up a bishop anyway, but why not finish off in style? Very similar to the first game by Garry Kasparov. Check. Check. All dark squares covered. That's how strong this bishop is. And then mate on the back. And finally, one of the most famous examples of all time of the modern era. Here we have Magnus Carlsen versus Sergei Karyak, and it is 2016, the World Championship tie breaks. Queen sack. This move looks absolutely awful, but it's actually just mate in 2. You guys have 5 seconds. By the way, you have to deliver mate now or else you lose. Queen to h6. If you guys have seen this before, well, why not? I'm just showing you again. But it really is one of the best queen sacrifices I have ever seen. Check. If you take, all the squares are covered. It's mate from the rook. But if you take with the king, the rook just comes in anyway. Every single square is covered. Absolutely wonderful queen sacrifices in this video.